Nicole, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh man, so close, Nicole, so close.
I know, so close. It makes it a little bit worse, I think.
Oh man. First and foremost, how happy were you to see Victor and your family?
Oh my God, so happy. Victor actually flew down there the night of the finale, which meant so much to me. Being able to see him immediately after, because that was a pretty devastating night. But and I'm so happy to be back home, and I've been hanging out with my family and animals nonstop.
I see there's a wagging tail, I think, down in the corner over there.
There's two of them right here.
Okay.
They don't leave my side.
What was the first thing that you found out about once you got back into the real world? Because you missed a lot of things being at a house for 80-something days. What did you hear about that you were like, oh, that happened?
Let me think. I don't know. What did I hear about? I know that there was some stuff that I was like, whoa. Crap. I don't know. I can't
If
remember.
it hits you, just let me know. We'll move on.
Yeah,
But if it hits
okay,
you, let me know.
right. Yeah.
Um, Honestly, obviously, we could also see it in your eyes. You were in a lot of pain when Cody cut you and chose to take Enzo to that final two. You still voted, though, for Cody to win the whole thing at the end. So we need to know, everyone wants to know, what was that decision like, and what's your relationship with Cody now like?
So the decision was pretty easy for me because Cody played a terrific game. I wasn't going to vote bitterly whether he cuts me or not. Like, he had my vote, and I would hope it would have been vice versa had the situation happen the other way. But our relationship, I think, will go back to I have like in a game level so much respect for him. He was helped me a lot through the house as far as like being a good friend. We haven't really talked since or anything, but I'm sure that I don't know. I mean, I don't have any like mean or ill feelings at all towards him. It was a game move, and I understand that. And before this, we never talked. Like, we were on a season 16. We didn't talk for 6 years, you know? So I think this is just like, we've never had like a real life relationship, friendship, you know? So I don't know.
If it was all yours, the decision is yours. It's Nicole's decision to make. Would you have taken Enzo or Cody to the final two with you, and why? Which one? Who would it have been if you were the one like, I'm making the decision, here we go, I'm there, who's coming?
I would have taken Cody, and I know a lot of people were like, that's insane, it's a terrible game move, but there was a lot that went into that thought process. I thought that Enzo was definitely the most popular house guest in that house. Like, we all like loved Enzo, and I thought that he would get votes that way. And then also I was just more loyal to Cody. And so for me, I was like, let's take it to the end and let's see who wins. I'm not afraid. I wasn't afraid of him. I wasn't afraid of him like beating me, you know? So yeah.
Enzo had some pretty good speeches during the final few days there, man. I thought, well, you never know if this guy's going to pull it out.
Yeah, no, Enzo's a great player, and I know, like, I brought this up before. I played on 18. Davon told me that James would have beat me and Paul, and so I had that in my mind too. I was like, well, I feel like everyone loves Enzo, and he's like the James in this scenario. So would he beat like me and Cody? So it was a little bit like game, but more just like being loyal, and that's why I'm hanging up my hat and I'm done with the game, because that would have been a terrible game move on my part, taking Cody, and I think I was playing too much with like my heart this season. I cried a lot, I felt a lot. I wasn't as cutthroat as I should have been.
So does that mean if they ask you to play again, you're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Wow, really?
Yeah, there's no way that they're gonna ask me back a fourth time anyways. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's like, you guys have seen so much of me. Like,
they obviously like something they see.
It's done.
Anything else you could have done to secure that final two spot? I mean, I know you ran through scenarios, you ran through things and all that, but anything else you could have done to be sitting next to Cody at the end there?
Just winning that final two, or the final part 3 head of household.
Yeah.
And then I don't think there's anything that I could have done to change Cody's mind. I think he made that mistake with Derek, and he didn't want to do it again. And it's something that I should have seen. Also, when I won HOH in week 10, had I not won that pumpkin competition, I do think Cody would have left the house. And honestly, that wouldn't have been terrible for my game looking back. And I maybe should have threw that competition too. Winning competitions isn't always a good thing. And just like that, I think Cody would have been out. I would have won the BB Comics. I would have been safe, and he would have been out the door. And who knows? Could have been a whole different ending.
Now, things can happen pretty quick in that house. Decisions at times are made pretty quick as well. So were there any moves you made, things you said that you want to take a moment to clarify? Because sometimes you have a split-second decision to do something or vote someone or say something or whatever it may be.
I think, like, looking back, I wish I would have just blown up everybody's games and told Davon the truth about my vote, because I was protecting myself, and I really didn't care if I blew up my game, and I knew that. But then when people were saying, you're going to blow up the committee, you're going to blow up Danny, you're going to blow up Cody, I just felt like, oh my gosh, all this weight's on my shoulders. I'm just going to have to keep lying. But looking back how everything ended, I wish I would have just said, yeah, I flipped and blow up everybody's games, and everyone's got to recover from it, because we all know I'm very good at recovering from terrible situations in that house. Gameplay, I'm very good at it, and I could have been fine, and everybody else probably wouldn't have. So that's what
Got a couple of quick fan questions to throw your way. Cassidy says, aside from game-related anxieties, what are the most anxiety-inducing parts of being in the house, and how did you cope with them this season, Nicole?
Yeah, so having anxiety and being in that house is, oh my gosh, it's crazy, because I think being away from your family, obviously, making crazy decisions on what's best for your game causes so much anxiety. I dealt with them by being so focused on the game. I couldn't think about other things. I struggled with anxiety a lot this season. I'm sure you guys saw that. Like, the crying was a lot of, like, anxiety. I felt so unsure about so many things, but I don't know. I honestly don't know how I got through it. And speaking, when I stand up and speak, I pretty much black out every time because I get so nervous. So that was, like, really hard as well. And so I was like, what did I just say during that speech? Like, I'll have my speech perfect, and then I'll be like, did I just say that I peed my pants on national television? Like, this is terrible. So I don't know if I really dealt with it well, but I made it through. And so, like, anxiety shouldn't stop anybody from doing anything.
Jenna asks, you and Cody were like brother and sister in the house. What one piece of advice either you gave him or he gave you that's going to stick with you forever?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that one thing that he told me was to just be, I forget exactly how it went, but just, like, be calm, calm as smooth wins comps or something. So during the pumpkin combo, I was like, okay, I'm going to be real smooth because I'm the clumsiest person ever. So I think just, like, little advice like that, I think would stick with me forever.
Final question. You ready to marry your best friend or what? When's the wedding happening? What's going down? What's happening?
Yes, I'm super excited. December 9th, we are getting married, and we're really excited about it. I'm really excited. I'm very focused on the wedding planning stuff now, so super busy month for me, and we're just so excited, aren't we, Vic?
Absolutely.
Hey, what's up, Vic? I know he's in the background of Vic. What's going on, man? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Last time I saw Vic, we were having duck at a restaurant in Vancouver. You and Paul were there, man. So yeah.
Hey, get them, Vic. Sorry.
All right. Well, I guess I gotta let you go.
Sorry. My dog's
Thank you so much for your time, Nicole, and hopefully you rethink that, and maybe if they ask you back again, you play. So.
Okay, maybe. Thank you so
much. Take care.
You too.
You have a good one.
You too.